Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a package to unbox for you. Got the 9-tie EDC unboxing utility blade here, and it's always linked down in the description. And so is this company, Tuya Knives. So my buddy Dave Warren sent me this. He is from Tuya Knives US, and this is their new release, the SD Knives Shocker. That's a great name. The Shocker. Can you do it? Can you do the Shocker? How does it go? I don't remember. 20 CV handmade satin flats DLC. Excuse me. PVD black titanium. Now, I would love a sort of bead blast with belt satin, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. My boy Dave just sent this to me, so I gotta appreciate the man for that. Let's put this in here. This will go into the pass-around group, as usual. And definitely check out Tuya Knife. Definitely check out Dave Warren. Absolutely fantastic human being. And please support him because he, I believe, is, I don't know if he's doing this full-time now or what, but he's got like a storefront. And yeah, so buy some Tuya Knives from Dave. Use the code LEFTY. I think it's just LeftyEDC or just Lefty. It'll be in the description. This is the Shocker. So this is one of the cooler looking Tuyas I've seen in a while. We have no lash there. Nice. Pocket clip looks pretty good. It's got some ramp. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to say not much of a lefty-friendly knife, although it's so small that my finger kind of lands right here. I'm hitting that lock bar. Damn. So let's try it right-handed, the way y'all would be doing it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Look at that. We have the DLC belt satin that we're starting to see more and more. This is what we did on our Stout V2. And yeah, similar finish. You have that belt satin, and then you have the DLC over top, and then you have the horizontal flats on top. We did a two-tone, but very similar. This is really cool. Can see how they did that. Satin hardware looks cool. You got this back spacer with the gears. Seeing that more and more these days, which is cool. Really interesting clip. Thin. Mounted internally. There's your SD Knives logo. SD Knives is, whew, I think the same guy that did or is doing the Bad Habits stuff. So that makes me think the Bad Habits knife, what is it, the Mofo? I think that one, maybe it was Tuya made? I don't know. Let us see if we have lash. We do have a little bit of pivot lash. So that's how they're achieving these drop shut actions. I talked about this in the Voodoo video. You know, I think most people would take the trade-off, right? Something you don't really notice and you get action like this, right? I think most people would probably say it's worth it. Just a little lock rock, no side to side. Let's see. Lockup looks pretty good. We have a lock bar insert. We're not failing light wax, so I think we're good to go there. Centering looks good. It's very close to the bottom of the backspacer, but I'm guessing it's not hitting. Oh, there's a little channel in there. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get my flashlight out. So there's like a little channel, very small, but you can see it down in there. And that blade is falling into that channel, so it almost seems like it's going to hit bottom. But then it can fall into that channel. That's a pretty sick design feature, actually. I like that. In terms of milling, we have pockets on both sides. It's very lightweight. This is extremely nice. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, out of the box, the only issue I can find is a little bit of up and down there. And you got the in and out play. But Skip sometimes will fix that. And again, It's not affecting, there's no lash here. There's no side to side here. And you just have that little bit of up and down on the rock, which honestly, you take it apart, put it back together, it probably fixes it. Or give it like, 50, openings like this. Give it like 50 of these. Man, action's so good. You gotta like, if you do that like 50 times, it'll probably bring that lock bar over just a touch. And then, yeah, it's basically gone already. So it's just going to wear in. Man, this feels pretty good. I like the size a whole heck of a lot. This is my size knife right here. Let's try the ergos. I'm so busy talking. So back here, not my favorite. It's just kind of small is all. But you have this flat up here, so I can choke up like this, and that's better. Not the most comfortable because the way it falls back, but it works. And then you have a poon spoon right here. You can just rest your finger in. Or you can kind of come back here and do this move. Man, that blade looks gorgeous. Yeah, I don't think I would have ever chose this finish, but now that I have it, it's freaking gorgeous. Really, really nice. I think if you're right-handed, this is a real winner, guys. It's a real winner from Tuya. The action... The reverse flick is wonderful on this knife. Just dig into that pill-shaped hole and fire the baby out. It's 20 CV. 20 CV. Is it hollow? Yes, it feels hollow ground. Thickens out at the tip a little bit. You can see that. It's not the most hollow ground at the tip, but it's pretty thin back here. I'm pretty sure it's a hollow, man. It feels thin. So, should be. Let's see. Yeah, shallow, hollow grind, which is good for a knife like this. It's not super thick stock or anything. I don't think I can get low enough. Ooh, can I get low enough to flick it? It's going to hurt. Let's see. Yeah, that hurts. Got to get off the lock bar. Lefty, unfortunately. That's just a plague on the lefties. I love that blade shape, dude. I didn't think I would in pictures, but in person and with the DLC, man, it's gnarly looking. It's like a clip point, but without really being a clip point. It's kind of a spear point, honestly. That tip is pretty level with the pivot. And that action, dude. Sheesh. These are nice, man. I think these are going up for sale tomorrow. I'm wondering what the price is going to be. Let's see if we can find out. Let's see if we can find out, folks. They got a lot going on lately. By the way, the scaphoid, amazing. Amazing. I freaking love that knife. $285. $285. So this looks like another collaboration knife, kind of like the Skelton ones. And we just saw that Voodoo with Freeman. So you have the one I have here. You have a, satin with regular titanium. You have a two-tone, I don't know, possibly two-tone. I'm not sure what that is. And then you have one with bead blast handles or stonewash tie and the black blade. So there's 3 versions, possibly 4. $285. I think it does say bad habits right there. So $285 is interesting. I think for 20 CV, hollow ground, belt satin DLC, titanium frame lock, I think it's decent. I'm not necessarily over the moon with that price. It's a Tuya knife. Their pricing's usually really, really good. So $285. Like that scaphoid is $299, but that has a real intricate inlays and everything. Just feels like you get a little more knife for that. But I definitely don't think it's like outrageous or anything. I mean, $285 is a decent price. This right here is the Berg Blade Sweeney Mini. This is, I believe, $325. I got to double check that. But you're getting fat carbon, titanium, and 20 CV belt satin, Riot made. So, you know, you're going to have a little bit better fit and finish, a little bit better build quality, I would say. Tuya's doing really good. They're up there these days. But, you know, you're not going to get any of that in and out play or anything like that. You know, so that's like $325. You got the, ow, I just cut the shit out of myself. You got the, the Pena Knives Paramore. Jesus. And this one's $307. So that's $307 in the Purple Haze Fat Carbon. And you get titanium and M4 belt satin, Riot made. So all of that I think is fair. Let me just get this covered up. Man, leave it to me to just get cut all the time on camera. That is not going to do anything. You can tell already. So I think $285 is fine, actually. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I think it's a decent price. Let me see if I can get this guy down. Come on. There we go. See if that'll work. You have this knife right here, the X-Mid from Richard Rogers. This one's $300, Best Tech made, and you're talking M390 and titanium. This is an inset liner lock, but similar build and everything, milling and whatnot. So, you know, I think it's fine. I honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with the collaboration part. If this was a Tuya build, like Tuya design only, I think this knife would be closer to $200, right? $225, something like that. But because, you know, you have another mouth to feed, the designer here, I think it's $285. And I think that's fair. I don't even know why I'm sitting here harping on it. Sorry. So all that is to say $285 is good to go. And the knife is definitely good to go. So if you guys are interested in the Shocker, use my code. It is linked down below. And again, you know, it's 5% off. So what's that? $28.50 is 10. So half of $28.50, Kev, do some math, is $14.25. So you get $14.25 off. You'll be paying, you know, I don't know, $272 or $271.75, something like that. My math sucks, by the way. And I think it's well worth that. Especially if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, little more complicated there. Thumb flick's great, lefty. Slow roll's great, lefty, but you got to be very mindful of the lock bar when you're flicking it. Reverse flick, lefty. That's all. So let me know what you guys think of this one. I'm not going to do a disassembly like I have been doing on these knives because I want to start sending these out to reviewers in the pass around without having gotten into them and changing things. And so I think it's more fair to the company to send it out for review to other people as is, right? So that's why I'm going to hold off on stuff like that until I get them back in. So let me know what you think of the Shocker from SD Knives and Tuya. Shout out to Dave Warren. Thank you, dude. This is fantastic. You know, I did a lot of rambling there, a lot of weird stuff, but the takeaway is I think you should buy this, especially if you're into SD knives. You know, the Bad Habits, what was it? The Mofo was not my favorite knife. I actually got one in a trade, and it had really bad detent lash. And then I got it replaced, and that one had detent lash just as bad. So, yeah. I ended up just getting like a refund on that from the guy I traded with. But this doesn't have that, and I like the design better. The feel in hand is good. The size is perfect. The finishing is really good. This belt satin DLC is really good. Just, yeah, this is solid. This is really good. So check it out. Shocker, baby. Tuya's doing some really cool stuff lately. I'd say the Scaphoid and the Shocker are my two favorite Tuyas that I've seen recently. And then you throw in the Wrath design. Those three knives are basically insta recommends for me. And you get amazing customer service from Dave. So, you know, look at this thing, man. Just glides home. Fires out. You don't feel any of the pivot lash, which on the Voodoo, I could feel it. This, it's just slight and not enough to become an issue, I feel like. And, oh, man. Yeah, love it. All right. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.